Well, hello again. Here we are with another project. We're back at work. This customer brought in an older Ibanez acoustic that he has played for decades. He loves the guitar, so we want to get it shaped back up. His main concern was his tuning machines. He thought he needed a new set of tuners, but what the problem here is, the headstock is actually a little thicker than usual. This headstock is about an 1/8 inch thicker than a typical headstock. So the threaded bushings going down into the tuners had very little thread to grab to start with. And a common problem with these is guys don't keep up on them, don't keep them snug, so they wobble around and they rip the threads out of them. So I tried a new set of tuners. The collars are actually shorter. It didn't fit as well as the old ones did. So I went through my stash and found several longer collars that I used, and I put a little bit of breakable thread lock on each one to kind of help keep them tightened up. Moving along, as I said, this guitar's been loved quite a bit, so if you look at the frets, you can see they've got quite a bit of fret wear. He's going to get 3 frets. He doesn't know that he's not getting a new set of tuners yet, so the money that we're going to use on the tuners, we're going to actually put where he needs it most with the frets. Other thing was, he wanted a K&K pickup put in. Actually, he wanted some kind of pickup. And with the wider bridge saddle here and so on, and the low string angle he's got, and under the saddle piezo is really not a really good option. So I recommended the K&K to him before I saw the guitar. Then I saw this. Now here's the problem. My hand has to go in this guitar to work on it. So let's put this in perspective. Okay? Now, I can do a lot of stuff. This is going to be tight. This is one of those times you wish you had somebody around with little hands. But then again, I'd have to teach them how to do an installation of this K&K, and I've got my way of doing things. I can't really enlist anybody here. So, hot shot, what do you got to do now? We got to do it. Looks like we need a plan. I'll get back to you in a few. Well, here we are. We've got about an hour and a half in this job so far. It's been kind of fraught with pitfalls. Wouldn't exactly call this one quicksand, but pretty tough. Been a few surprises along the way. One, found out as I started to do the K&K installation, there's actually a brace running right through the center of this. Well, one of your pickups is supposed to go right between the D and G strings. So that created an issue there, so I had to work around that. The advantage is with these K&Ks, your 2 outside transducers usually do the most. So this center one could be off a little bit and everything will still be okay, so that's going to come out okay. I had to modify the guides. This is a modified one to work around the brace, so we get that taken care of. That way I could use their guides to install the pickups properly, so that worked out well. Then I ran into something else. The end block on this guitar was just a bit too thick, so it made it difficult to do the jack. We got it though. Sometimes you gotta be a little creative on the fly, so here was my solution. It consisted of a piece of 3/8 inch threaded rod, a couple nuts, a coupling, a washer, and some very industrial grade sandpaper. I made my own little sanding disc to actually thin down the block only in the area I needed. So basically what I did was put this in the guitar from the inside, out through the end block, chucked it in a drill, and actually sanded the end block from the inside out to thin down the channel where I needed it for the jack. Solved that problem. So now I've put the 3 frets in. I gotta trim them up, get them all leveled up. So this has been quite a little task here. Let's see how it all works out in the end. So by the way, I forgot to mention something here. I found out that I could get my hand in this guitar to work on it. It was just pretty tough. A little red, a little roughed up. But we'll see. No cuts or scrapes that I'm aware of yet. Since I'm all finished inside, maybe that'll be it. But ow. So the things the repairmen go through to help you people out. Well, here we are. Put 2.5 hours in this job. That was ugly. But what we've managed to do is we've got 3 frets on the guitar. Did a quick fret dress on it. Of course, we fixed his obligatory tuning machine issue. We installed the K&K. Had to deal with the issue for the end pin. Lesson learned there. Hand's still red. So anyway, there's another one done. We'll get this little guy off the bench and move on. So until next time, be cool, take care, play pretty, play nice, and I'll see you later.